Hi Aquarius, my sun sign brothers and sisters, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help us on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So this week, relationships are definitely going to factor, but one thing that you really need to pay attention to, because it's the Lovers card, right? So this is about the choices. It's about the options that are going to be, the options that are going to be presented to you. Something about your love life, something about your previous relationship or current relationship, if you have one, is coming up for review. There's something this week that is going to be maybe something coming up where you're needing to make a decision, where maybe you're needing to go in a different direction, and very quickly at that. Remember, the Lovers card is about finding the balance of things, but also it's about choosing between this and that. So for some of you, this could be about choosing between your current suitors if you have more than one. For others of you, this could be about choosing, this could be about you saying to yourself, right, I need to either choose you or myself. It does look like there is going to be a big decision that is kind of put into your lap, and it feels like this is across the board. Remember, your Lovers card or your key to the week, it kind of permeates all of these sectors. So it means that in all of these, you're going to have some big decision to make, or you're going to have to choose between several different options. So for your actions and options this week, we get the Three of Wands, right? So this is about you going in not only going in different directions, but it's also about making choices. For some of you, this could be about you really thinking, okay, does everything that I'm doing now, is it building directly into my future? And it does feel like you are very focused on that at this moment in time. And if I'm honest, for the first time, because don't forget, Aquarius is the natural humanitarian of the zodiac. Now, yes, Pisces is the ruler of charity and all of those things, but Aquarius energy is actually very selfless, very much the caretaker of the underdog, will always look after people, always do what they can for the collective, for the better, wider world good. But it looks like this week you're very focused on your own future. Like, what are the decisions that I need to make now that are going to take me to my highest, that are going to take me in the direction that I would like my lifescape to go? With that Three of Wands as well, it's going to see you really paying attention to the road ahead of you. So I feel like this is going to be in the immediate. This could be a week that you're really starting to consider what the rest of the year has in store for you and how you're going to traverse that. Now, remember, on the 5th of June, we have a full moon lunar eclipse, conjunct the South Node. So I've advised everybody that in some way, shape or form, you've got to go in a completely different direction in ways that you've never kind of gone before. Do something that completely goes against all of the things that people associate with you. Obviously, don't be reckless and crazy, but really do think about changing the way that you do stuff. For your communications and conversations, you have the Lovers card. Now this is interesting to me, because I kind of feel like the Aquarians, somebody is coming into your world, very likely to be somebody from overseas, maybe somebody that's a foreigner. This could be somebody that really helps you get ahead when it comes to business, when it comes to all of those things, finance. Maybe this is somebody that helps you make a decision. Maybe this week you're deciding to find a coach. Maybe you are choosing between several different coaches. This is, it could be a real week for that, where you're really deciding, right, okay, I've got my goal, I've got my vision, I know what I'm doing, and now I just need somebody to fill in some of the gaps, or to help me fill in some of the steps that I'm going to take to get there. Now, on a personal level, it does look like a relationship is coming in for you. Now, if you're single, that is. For some of you, maybe this is just a business partnership or connection. But like I said, it does see you choosing. It's almost like there are a lot of options here, and you will have to choose this week. Your communications are open. It feels for me like you are doing the Aquarian thing and being very, very honest. Just be sure that you're getting that same energy in return. And if you don't feel that you are, call it out as soon as you, like the second you get that thought, that energy or that vibe, straight away call it out. For your money and materials, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, whatever you're doing this week has very far-reaching ripples. It kind of goes from here onward. I actually feel like this is something to do with business, something to do with money is taking off for you this week. Now, like I said, whatever it is that's starting this week is going to have far-reaching ripples. So it's not just going to be a flash in the pan energy. This is a slow and steady build. It feels like there is some sort of new business partner that's coming in. That's definitely possible. After all, you've got the Knight of Pentacles as well. Then you've got the 2 Lovers cards here as well, right? So, and the Lovers is choice. It's about making those decisions. The money and materials sector this week, when it comes to your finances, you're going to have to do something that's completely against the grain for you. This is about choosing yourself, about choosing what is right for you for a change, about going off in a direction that is actually, you know, that is beneficial for you as opposed to beneficial for everybody involved. And that's not to say that you can't do both. It just means that this week it looks like you're faced with a decision that you're going to have to make that kind of comes up and says, right, you can either have what it is that you've been working for all of this time, or you can go in a different direction, but it means that you lose out on that. This is a time for you to choose yourself. This is a time for you to choose yourself over and over again. Whatever comes up, remember that that is the case. For your love and relations, you have the Death card, right? So for a select few of you, a relationship is coming to an end, right? And it's a conscious decision. For those of you that are partnered, for those of you whose relationship is seriously on the rocks or, you know, has been off and rocky for a long time, this could be the week that finally does it. It could be the week where you consciously say, you know what, enough is enough, I'm out. For those of you that are partnered and not in that position, this just looks like you guys could be saying, right, okay, now we need to get clear on what our money is saying and ultimately start asking the question, is this, you know, is what we're doing now or what it is that we're, you know, spending time, money, energy, resources on, is it feeding directly into what it is that we want to create in terms of the life that we have? Big question to ask. And then finally, for those of you that are single, whoever this person is that's coming in, it looks like they are very exotic, and the chances are they will either be a lot older or a lot younger than you. There's something about them that comes up in a way that's really different, and possibly even, you know, seems like a really different sort of choice for you, one that you wouldn't necessarily usually make. Yeah, just going to be an interesting week for the Aquarians for sure. But my advice to you, yeah, and look, this Death card, it's kind of like even in partnerships, you know, whether they're personal, professional, or even familial, you know, or even friendship ties. It's like this week you're saying, no, you know what, usually I always choose everybody else or what's good for everybody, whereas this time I'm going to choose what's right for me. And there's nothing wrong with that. Every so often it's actually self-preservational. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. What are your choices? Take care, and I'll see you soon.